All right. It's our last episode for 2015. And similar to last year, we're going to do a EOY episode.
Okay.
End of year.
All right.
Review.
Well, it's been a great year here with Vincent Wong, the founder of HKSOW.
And we thank you for supporting us. And we have Andrew Work, Editor-in-Chief of Harper Times.
Yes, here we are.
And all right.
Okay.
What's the single most memorable moment for you this year?
Single most memorable moment in politics
it could happen
this year.
in the next 2 weeks, but let's put it this way.
Not for me, man. I'm on holiday.
For the past 15 weeks.
I'm going to Vancouver and Victoria. Most memorable this year. Of course, this year it was tough to top Occupy Central from the year before. I mean, that was, that's going down as one of the big moments. 2003 SARS, 2014 Occupy, and there were, but I mean, compared to Occupy, politics were a shade of that. For me, there wasn't a moment so much, but really the phenomena that struck me this year that I think we were most interested in, of all the things we were interested in, was the rise of localism. And it is moving very quickly through a cycle of birth. It came out of the whole umbrella movement, right, because of the dissatisfaction with the traditional way of doing pan-democratic politics and the idea that, Pan-Dems always said, we can't have democracy in Hong Kong unless we also have it in China. And so they were always keen on remembering Tiananmen Square and all this kind of stuff. And the new localists, they have evolved very quickly to reject some of the old ideas. Nope, we just want it for Hong Kong. To develop their own political parties, they had intellectual influences like Wan Qin, but now they've really come to the fore, and he's even starting to feel the heat. And they've created their own new political parties. And unfortunately, they seem like they're going through the cycle quickly and fragmenting, like the pan-democratic forces. But I mean, localism has really been the story for me for 2015.
Yeah. For me?
Yeah.
Is the establishment of the ITB, the Innovation and Technology Bureau.
All right.
I mean, it's one of the few things where you think the CY Leung's administration can actually achieve.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're moving ahead. I mean, it's like it's in every couple of days in LegCo, there's another piece of it being pushed through this committee or that committee, right?
And it's one of the few things where you see the pan-democrats try to make some sense while maintaining their opposition.
Yes, yeah. Which is a struggle for them.
Yeah, and I think this is very important, and I think of course, I mean, if you really think hard about it, the biggest thing for 2015 actually should be the voting down of the political reform package. But it seems so distant away.
I know, but I mean, But
it seems so distant away. I mean, because the Occupy movement last year has foreshadowed the actual voting.
Yeah.
Before summer, right?
Yeah.
So, but if you count that, it's actually a really big thing.
Yeah, and there were a whole, like Occupy had a lot of little things come out of it that are becoming big things. But that same moment, there's little things come out of it. So number one, the further dissociation of the Liberal Party from the rest of the pro-establishment camp, because they didn't get the message, and they were the ones that stuck around and enabled quorum.
And the health condition of the Honorary Lau Wong-Fat is finally on the radar.
And that's interesting. I still think localism is a bigger story, but it is. I think that now one of the things coming out of that, and with that transition of power, is maybe the government is finally going to take on the villagers' rights. Because, the one thing the Communist Party doesn't like, it's anybody who has power, and the villagers have far too much power in this town. Everybody who's not a villager thinks so, and I'm wondering, we saw the prosecutions of the villagers who were selling their rights, and I think a lot of people are starting to say it's time to take them on.
What?
So I think that'll be another to watch for.
To build up on your analysis.
Yeah.
My take is it will be another form of localism, the villagers' localism.
Well, they've always been looking out for themselves.
Versus the virtual localism.
Yeah.
The localists from the virtual world, via the Occupy movement, has become a new political force.
All right.
But with Lau Wong-Fat is behind the scene more.
Yeah.
And eventually leave the political arena.
Yeah.
you can see actually a lot of villages in different parts of new territories are rising up using another means to fight with the government. In the past, Lau Wang Fat is the bridge.
It was all...
he consolidated everything.
Yeah.
And then he is the only bridge.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a surfer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A new territory's interest server, right?
Server, like a computer-sent server,
Yeah, but now if you no longer have Lau Wang Fat, you will have a situation very similar to different groups on the internet.
Yeah.
And they can be very small.
Absolutely.
A few villages will form a very strong group.
Yeah.
And so they will become another forces.
Yeah.
A very loose network of villages localists.
Yeah.
So it's villages versus the virtual world, V versus V.
Right. So looking...
And it's worrying. And especially in 2016, in new territories, you have a lot of seats.
Yeah.
9 seats.
Yeah.
So even the villages would be a worthy contestant to fight with what we have learned, the so-called umbrella soldiers. So interesting. So what do we got? So looking at that and looking forward to next year, for me, I think localism is still going to be one to watch and see how they do in the LegCo elections. We need to see if the Pandems are feeling a little old, a little tired going into these LegCo elections. I mean, they can feel whatever they like, but the voters really feel that they are really old.
Well, this is it. You know, they need to. I think there needs to be some rejuvenation in there.
Yeah.
Will we see the beginning of the end of the power of the village people? Right?
Or
no YMCA
the
jokes,
radicalized.
The
what
radicalized?
the U.S. always said, the radicalized of villages.
I think their time maybe, you know, I think people have really got their sights trained on these guys, and if Lau Wang Fat passes, people are fed up. So I think, you know, localism, the end of the villagers' power, the beginning of the end. It'll take a long time. There's a lot of money on that table. And then there's the government itself. And you're keen to see what the ITB can do this year.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that.
Okay.
And because compared with you can do nothing, and everybody lose something because of the political reform process.
Yeah.
The ITB actually is the reverse of it.
Right.
Everybody has no expectation of it. The new secretary is not a really popular guy,
right?
Who did not catch a lot of attention from the public.
He's not a hugely disliked guy, which is a plus.
This bureau, has only a year and a half left.
Yeah,
right. So if they want to do anything at all, they have to do it immediately. And all the bureaucrats knows that.
Yep.
So under this condition, if a new bureau like this cannot do anything at all, it means that this administration cannot do anything at all.
Yeah. This
right? If you have a pressing deadline, if you're not catching too much unnecessary attention, if you have an expert in place, if you got the funding you want, you must deliver. And if you can't deliver, it proves something. So I'm really looking into the ITB.
To what the ITB can do as a test case for the whole government effectiveness.
I mean.
Interesting.
The other bureaus, they can have all the excuses they want.
Yeah.
They can always blame CY.
Right.
The BCY situation is always work. Blame CY.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Even
there's plenty of that.
Yeah. Even the PO said something like that during casual conversation.
Sure.
I mean, if the chief executive is catching too much unnecessary attention, CY is too combative or something like that. Even the legislator said this. But ITB is a different story.
Yeah.
Very short time frame. They must deliver.
Yeah.
And if they can't deliver, it tells you something.
Okay.
Yeah, so important test case to look out in 2016.
Localism, village power, ITB test case for government. And I don't want to... This could be a very long show. There's a lot going on in Hong Kong politics. Yeah. And all I would add is say, for all of that, see what happens at the LegCo elections at the end of the year.
Oh, yes. And if you have your most memorable moment this year, write down in your comments below.
Please do.
Search for Solution on Wheels in Facebook or YouTube, or both, and ask your friends who love solutions to write down your comments. And we love ideas. And also search for
if you're putting up your best moment in politics 2015 on your Twitter account, please at Harbour Times us, and we'd be happy to retweet it out there and get the message out.
It's Harbour Times for you.
That's right, because we're always with you.
All right, so. One more time for this year. Good work, Andrew.
Good solutions, Vincent. Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
Yeah.